Good morning. I'm on site here at Embedded World 2022, and joining me today is Mohammed and Roger from Renesas Electronics. Mohammed is Vice President and Head of Global Business Development and Ecosystem, and Roger is Senior VP of the MCU Business Division at Renesas. So thank you both for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Now we're going to be talking about Renesas's RA family of ARM Cortex-M based MCUs, as well as its artificial intelligence and machine learning solutions. So, to start with, what advantages do your RA MCUs have over other competitive ARM Cortex-M MCUs?
Yeah, so I'd say three main advantages. One being scalable performance from the low end all the way to the high end. Mm-hmm. So we cover a tremendous amount of served available market, the SAM.
Yeah.
So that has really expanded our overall market. Another one, number two would be really scalability. So customers that adopt the RA platform see similar IOs, functionality. Our flexible software platform is very consistent from the low end all the way to the high end. Mm-hmm. And I think third, in this day and age, security. And I think Mo's going to talk a little bit more about security and some of the other questions. But I think those three, so performance scaling, scalability, and security.
Excellent, thank you. So how do your MCUs give developers confidence and assurance in quickly deploying secure IoT endpoint and edge devices?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think Renesas as a company has a long history in providing cryptography and security solutions. It stems from providing transactional security. We used to be the leader in that. Then we've been providing security in a lot of the automotive applications for many years, and we're bringing that for a few years now into industrial applications. So any of the endpoint applications, predominantly they tend to be connected to some sort of network. Mm-hmm. And connectivity, as it brings flexibility and means of communication, it brings the risk of security breach as well. And with Renesas, we're providing all of our microcontrollers, particularly the one that Roger talked about, the RA, for example. It has a hardware crypto engine. We provide the security libraries for the developers to very quickly develop their applications securely if the data is residing on the device, or they want to encrypt and transition to an endpoint. So I think we are providing this as part of a complete solution, mm-hmm. as part of our flexible software packages integrated into the software. So customers don't really have to be a security expert to implement that. So I think they can be, with confidence, design the endpoint applications that they're going to be secure, whether it's within the device or they're communicating to other network devices as well. So I think we can provide a kickstart to those applications.
Brilliant, fantastic. And I understand that you've also developed a comprehensive partner ecosystem to deliver an array of software and hardware building blocks that will sort of work out of the box with the RA family of MCUs. So can you tell us what software and hardware solutions are available and how the ecosystem benefits developers?
Yeah, I think this is a great point. I mean, in the current market environment, there are a lot of new technologies that's emerging. And if you look at the customer base, not everyone's expert in all those technologies. For example, I talked about security, there are other means. And what we've done with Renesas is very unique. So we put together what we call is Renesas Ready program, which means that a lot of the middleware and the hardware building blocks will work just out of the box. We concentrate on 7 core technologies, which we feel are the leading when it comes to the IoT or the new embedded applications. So they are security, functional safety, whether it's industrial or whether it's consumer applications. They're HMI, so these are graphics, voice, gesture, for example. The cloud, I think that's really important as well, mm-hmm. as well as a lot of sensing technology. So about 6 or 7 core technologies. Some of them are an IP of Renesas, so we are an expert and provide the building blocks, and others we have partnered with partners who are known and market leaders. So from a customer perspective, we provide what we call is the reusable Lego blocks of software. Customers can easily adopt into their design. And for example, if it's functional safety, that's one of our own IP. We work with the testing houses to provide the software. They very quickly add functional safety to an industrial control application. If it's voice, for example, we have developed a complete reference design. It's the hardware plus the software libraries and a tool where you can actually type a text and it will translate into a voice command. you can then train that on the cloud and deploy this on the endpoint. So really making it easier for customers to adopt all of these core technologies. So, customers can be sure that when they get a software building block from our ecosystem, Renesas Ready program, it's just going to work out of the box. Yeah. And I think this is really going to speed up their design and quickly add new technologies.
Definitely, they're definitely looking for out-of-the-box solutions, so these are great.
Come visit our booth. We have many of the partner solutions on display in our booth.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
And at the show, I understand you're also going to present the first live demonstration of a microcontroller based on the recently announced ARM Cortex M85 processor. So what main points do you plan to highlight with this demonstration?
Yeah, so we're really excited about this. This is the first silicon of the newly announced M85, the highest performance MCU core that ARM offers. We're the first ones to display this in real silicon, showing a demo of the graphics performance.
Yeah.
And what makes us so excited about this is we're now introducing performance that you've never seen from Renesas before, really bridging the gap from MCU to MPU. So we're going to have an entire family based on that M85 core.
Fantastic, I can tell you're excited about it. And I also understand that the RA family has enjoyed great success in a very short time. So why do you think that is?
Sure. So I mentioned the three things before,
yeah.
right? The SAM addressing on the performance, the scalability, as well as the security. Yeah. But I think availability has also been very, very key in the last 18 to 24 months. Yeah. So we've put together some special programs to make sure we have availability for large and small customers, and the adoption has been incredible. It'll be the fastest MCU family ever introduced at Renesas to 100 million units plus, and growing extremely fast.
It's an excellent achievement. You must be really proud.
Yeah, we're very excited, and we have a lot more products to roll out. We're going to expand more SAM coverage on our RA platform, as I mentioned, with the higher performance,
yeah.
but also introducing hardware AI acceleration, as well as wireless connectivity MCU based.
Fantastic. So let's talk about your artificial intelligence and machine learning solutions. What solutions do you have addressing voice, vision, and real-time analytics?
Yeah, great technology, and I think currently you see certainly as we're going to the next generation of IoT. What is coming is the AIoT, artificial intelligence of things. And Renesas is certainly at the forefront of that. From the embedded environment and certainly applications, whether it's industrial or consumer, we do feel the three key areas, as you mentioned, voice, vision, and real-time analytics is really a key where we can add value. At Renesas, we address all three of them. So, for example, on the voice, we are providing a wide range of solutions for different voice command. It's up to 40 plus languages worldwide, different accents. A lot of these solutions we have that can cancel the background noise, like you hear in the exhibition today, and you'll be able to hear very clearly what the command is. And it's typically in the industrial environment or even the consumer, there's a lot of background noise present. In the vision applications, I think the great thing what we have done, and it's a demonstration we're showing in the Hall 1 today at Renesas booth, is we are combining voice and vision, the two models on a very resource-constrained device on one of our RA microcontrollers, where you can do facial recognition, and as well as recognizing the person through the voice. Yeah. So I think we're providing all of that. And then on the real-time analytics, this is the really exciting part of the embedded applications. A lot of the applications require, predictive maintenance, or artificial intelligence also allow us to detect any faults before they become a commercial issue for the companies, or just from a time to market. And with that, real-time analytics, we're providing solutions for example, for motor drives, for failure detection. If you're looking for maybe unbalanced loads on some of the applications, really providing real-time feedback from the sensors, whether it's industrial network or whether it's a building automation, perhaps a lighting sensor providing a feedback to the central control unit that, I don't know if the light bulb is about to go or the connectivity is missing. So I think real-time analytics is going to be a major, major growth area in the AI, and we are really excited that we have a great solutions in this, and this is really going to help, I feel, our customers to really go across the board, whether it's voice, vision, or real-time analytics.
Brilliant.
I think I could have used some of the predictive maintenance on my air conditioner that broke down this past week.
I was going to say,
so it's real-life applications. I mean, it was really hot here this weekend, right? I understand. So these kind of real-life applications of things like this predictive maintenance, things like that can, I think we've all had the dishwasher or the washing machine that breaks down just at the wrong time. So you could sort of eliminate a lot of that, right? And I actually boarded my plane on the way to Embedded World with facial recognition.
Cool. And I think that's a great point, Roger. I think what it does is, which we tend to forget, is it is enabling our customers to offer new revenue streams, new services. So I think, before we just used to able to just sell the aircon, or you can sell the AI-backed service plan. And us as a consumer, perhaps don't have to pay the big bill, if a compressor breaks down. And on the other side, our customers can enjoy that service contract. So I think it's a win-win situation on both sides. And I think what we've seen, certainly COVID, sorry to mention the dreaded word COVID.
It's okay.
But as we come in out of COVID, I think we're still skeptical of touching surfaces.
You're right.
So I think the voice is playing a big role. We've seen a huge success with our RA microcontroller, together with our voice recognition solutions, where it's an elevator control. So instead of you touching the button to get into an elevator, you say the command, and as I said, our solution can recognize 40 plus different languages and accents. It is, you don't have to touch services. A lot of in the healthcare sector as well. So the opportunities are limitless, really.
And an application like you've just described is so small and simple, but it makes such a big difference. It's fascinating to see where it's going to go. Now, you've recently signed an agreement to acquire Reality AI, a provider of embedded AI solutions. So how does this strengthen your AI and ML capabilities, and how will your customers benefit?
Yeah, another good question, Paige. I think, as we were talking about the AI spectrum, and I think the real-time analytics piece is one of the highest growing area. If you just look at the HVAC market, the building automation and the process automation market, this is a multi-billion-dollar market. And this Reality, I'm really excited. So this company is very uniquely placed in this whole AI spectrum. They have many years of experience in providing real-time analytics support. And I think the key thing with Reality is that we're really providing a time series, DSP-capable solution to our embedded engineers, where they can design in a very simple algorithms that can run on a small resource-constrained device. We have some solutions from Reality that is running on a 16-bit microcontroller. They're taking very small memory footprint and also scalable as well. So with Reality AI acquisition, we're going to strengthen our complete portfolio with the real-time analytical solutions, and also we're going to be going across different parts of the industry. Reality AI already provide solutions for automotive. What they call is see with sound. So, for example, if a car is on a road and they can detect the pedestrians through the environmental sound. And also robotics, similar, environmental sound data can be programmed into a real optimized model to detect that. And then, also looking at a lot of solutions in the HVAC area. So we're really excited. We're going through some regulatory approvals right now to get to the closure and kick off with our customers with a complete solution on the AI space.
We are very serious about bringing AI to the masses. I mean, that's really our tagline, AI for the masses.
Yeah, sounds like a great opportunity and a perfect fit as well. So. Now, the importance of embedding AI into products has soared lately, as you've aptly described. So can you give us your thoughts on this trend and explain how you're keeping pace with this development?
Yeah, I think it's a nice link from the previous question. So certainly what's happening is, I think if you take a step back, why people are looking at AI. I think if you look at the whole IoT market, it has been progressing quite well. We had the COVID in between as well. A lot of new applications emerging where you need that added intelligence, and just simply connectivity is not going to solve that. So I think the whole AI we're seeing in a multiple applications, some we talked about already, whether it's a machine running a critical operation in a manufacturing plant. And imagine that if somebody, especially in the current day and age, you have a lot of the manufacturing is running 24/7, and if there's equipment breaking, it has an impact on the production, has an impact on the revenue, on the bottom line. So just adding predictive maintenance, as Roger mentioned earlier, to whether it's a sensor within a factory, whether it's a motor, you're going to prevent that issue. So I think we're certainly seeing a lot of applications in multiple segments. We talked about, coming out of COVID, there are a lot of new applications emerging like voice. So we feel that the market is certainly right for this.
Yeah.
And with our existing solution on voice and vision, and now with Reality AI, our real-time analytical solution, we feel that we are very well equipped to be able to provide a complete solution to our customer. But we're not stopping there. We're also adding hardware acceleration to our MCUs and our MPUs.
Yeah.
So that means that customer can really, some of the performance critical applications where, for example, let's think about a real-time CCTV system. If somebody's trying to detect, I don't know, some burglary happening or some other critical features, they can process that data real time with all the big size of data collected from the images and quickly process this and take action. So with that, some of these hardware acceleration is going to be a big help.
Yeah.
So we are adding, as Roger mentioned earlier, with our newly announced M85 solution that has an AI acceleration on board. We have also on our RA devices, so we can, together with our software and hardware acceleration, we can really speed up the decision making on that. So I think great place to be at Renesas these days, and we welcome the visitors and our customers to visit us on Hall 1 and see some of this in action.
Brilliant, fantastic. Now, what are some of the key applications that you're seeing demanding sort of machine learning and artificial intelligence? I know you've spoken about a few already, but what would you say are some of the key ones?
Yeah, so I think in the industrial side, I feel that's the critical piece, because I think we need to link this to services and the bottom line in terms of revenue, right? So I think the predictive maintenance, whether certainly in that industrial environment, also a lot of the sensing. So if you look at the whole AIoT market, sensors are the largest numbers, if you like. Yeah, everything. There are a lot of sensors from environmental to pressure to just detecting changes in a production line. So I think on the sensing side, there are a lot of applications there, and I think predictive maintenance to be able to prevent the failures happening. I think certainly going to take a lead in this space. I feel. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, such an exciting space to be working in, and you guys are doing some great
times.
work. So yeah, thank you very much for your time today, and enjoy the rest of the show.
You're very welcome. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you
for your time.